Hey everybody, welcome back to the 2024 Lucky Larsen Masters here in Helsingborg, Sweden. Joining me, the 11-time titleist Jesper Svensson, Sweden's finest. He was Rookie of the Year and the youngest player ever to win the Tournament of Champions. Jesper, thanks for joining us. We're looking at some of the action here, and give us your take thus far on this tournament.
Yeah, first of all, hello everybody. Pleasure being here with you all tonight. For a few games I will be here, and thank you Randy for having me. And yeah, I mean it's been a challenging week for everybody. You can see a couple of the big names really struggling out there, and early on here you see some strings and strikes, but also a lot of rough starts to this first game here. So definitely a lot of challenges, and it's been a long week for a lot of players. It's a little different here where you can try over and over again to qualify for these final step one. So a lot of things going on and a lot of changes in the leaderboards. You can never really feel 100% safe in these kind of tournaments. So yeah, it's interesting to see how the lanes develop here when they're 3 on a pair instead of 4 on a pair and stuff like that. A lot of different variables that can change and make it a little tougher to match up.
So Jesper, take us through what we're watching right now and what's going to happen.
So this is just the first final step, and they are going to bowl 6 games. Top 14 are going to make it through out of the 30 bowlers that are right here bowling, and then those 14 people will join up together with the top 22 from the general standings for tomorrow's final step 2 at 9 o'clock. So that's what these guys have at stakes tonight, to try to be in that top 14 to advance further in the tournament.
So Jesper, I watched you bowl today, and you absolutely knocked the snot out of me. You just absolutely dominated. Talk about a little bit about your performance today and what led you to those high scores.
Yeah, Randy, today was really good for me. I feel like I pretty much hit the jackpot. I've tried 3 times, and I've had 2 really good blocks with 225 over both times, and today I really felt like I did hit the jackpot. Pretty much knocked it out of the park, like you said.
What works so well for you though?
Well, this is my house, Randy. It's my country.
You finished second here last year.
I did, and trust me, I'm coming back for revenge.
Absolutely.
That was stuck for a long time. So, but I love it here, and I really appreciate this tournament being around. The only tournament on the PBA tour outside of the U.S. Just to me, this one is very special.
Sure. How disappointed were you last year? I mean, this tournament in your home country, obviously the biggest tournament in Sweden, and you fall short to AJ Johansson, which quite honestly I watched it, and there was a lot of misfortune that went on in that title match, but I mean, so much on the line for you and representing. How disappointing was that for you last year?
It was brutal, and like I said, it took me a long time to get over that, because I had my daughter watching me bowl live for the first time, and my girlfriend was here, a lot of family, and it would just have been so amazing to compete on the biggest stage in front of my family, because I don't get to do that very often, since all the other PBA tour stops are in the States.
Right.
So that one, in that regard, that was very, very special, and therefore it definitely one of the toughest losses I've been through in a long time. But like I said, I'm back and I'm ready to get my revenge, because I definitely felt like, I mean, it's tough to say. It's a 1-game match, right? Last year,
sure,
the title match is a 1-game match, and I think everybody knows there's into bowling that you need a little bit of luck on your side to be able to, pull through and win those big events. And the luck was just not on my side in that one particular game. So I came close, but once again, I'm back for revenge. So people better look out tomorrow.
I love it. I love it. You're one of my favorite players on the tour. I've had the fortune of having you stay with me in my house in Orlando, play golf together, feed you, cook for you. It was a true honor. You're a true gentleman. I love you. Everybody knows that because it's all I can do to not show favoritism on the shows when you're bowling. But it's pretty clear that everybody knows that I always root for my spirit animal, Jesper Svensson. But let's talk about how difficult is it. I know, and you know, but I'm not so sure the fans know. How hard is it, Jesper, to win on television?
It is hard enough to where I cannot even begin to tell you I don't feel like I've been put through any other situations in my life where I feel that kind of emotions that's running when you're under the lights on TV. And it's not only a lot of money on the line, it's a title, it's history, whatever it may be, but to pull through and win on TV is something different. And there's so many things that you need to try to control that is just so hard. And you've been there millions of times, and you know everything that goes through your mind when you're there, but then all of a sudden you feel like in a blink of an eye you're in the 10th frame.
Right. It goes by really fast.
It does, but then looking back at it, it felt like you had all kinds of time, and you felt like, I should have done this, I should have done that.
Right.
But when you're actually in that situation,
right,
it goes by in a blink of an eye. So, especially doing it for the first time, to win that first time on TV, when you do that, I feel like that's a huge step, because then you know that you're capable of doing it.
Sure. You know you can do it. And,
Yep.
And so the next time, obviously, it's... but then, actually, for me, it's like you win that first title. Now there's a little monkey on your back to try to show the world that it wasn't a fluke.
Yep.
Right? You don't want to be that one-hit wonder.
Yep. No, that is 100% right. And I feel like there are a few players that is active on the PBA tour right now that don't really have to prove anything anymore, because they have such a resume where everybody knows what they're capable of, and
sure.
that they have.
Right.
Their resume just speak for itself. But I'm still in a little bit of 11 titles to my name, which is really, really good.
And you're how old?
It's 29 now.
You're 29.
Yep.
Yeah, and I won my 13th title when I was 42. You're way ahead of the curve, my friend. You're way ahead of the curve, my friend. By the time you're 42, you're going to have 30 titles.
But now in the last couple of years, I've really been struggling to, get that last little title match done and get a win on TV in the States the last couple of years. And that can get to your head pretty quickly. I'm trying to not really put any added pressure on myself, because I think that everybody that knows anything about bowling, which I believe everybody watching this tonight, they know something about bowling.
Sure, they have a pretty good idea,
and
right?
They pretty much know how hard it is. I feel like as far as the emotions that's
sure.
running and pressure.
All right, so
but it's cool. I wouldn't change it for anything.
Yeah.
And that constant, keep trying to improve to the next time. Keep giving yourself chances, right? Because that's all it is.
Well, and you proved that this season on the tour, right?
Yep.
It was a tough grind the whole year for lefties, you included. And what did you do? You grinded and grinded and grinded, and then all of a sudden what happened? World Series of Bowling.
Yep.
Everything turned around.
It did. And then just in a few weeks, I feel like I turned the season around to being a pretty good season. So, small margins, of course, but you just need to work through the good and bad. No matter if you having a professional bowler as your job, you got to be able to handle ups and downs, especially while we're out on tour, having new tournaments every week. I think that, to me, that's pretty much basics nowadays.
Right.
I'm going to try to improve. As long as I'm an active bowler, I need to keep trying to improve every time I'm on the line.
Absolutely. And you always try to better yourself. You always try to keep improving. Now, Jesper, let's talk about your strategy moving forward into tomorrow. Obviously, you've bowled enough games. You've got a great idea of what the oil pattern's giving you. Your game plan should be solid. And obviously, every day is a new day, and I get that. But talk about your strategy moving into tomorrow.
To be honest, there's just going to be full speed from the get-go. I'm going to try to just come out strong and make a statement early. People know what I'm here to do, and I believe that the Americans that are here, they know what I want. And to all my Swedish friends and everybody that's here bowling, I think they know what I'm after, and I'm going to try to show them early that I'm here to play. And simple as that. I'm going to bowl for this title. That's the main goal, and whatever it takes. But then as far as lane play, I feel like I have a pretty good idea of balls and roll, speed, everything, and then just make those small, fine adjustments to try to be as perfect as possible.
Jesper, do you feel like you have an advantage going into tomorrow? Your side of the lane, your power, your uniqueness. You know what's out there. You know what the righties have. You know what you have. Do you feel that this year you have some kind of advantage going into tomorrow?
That's always tough. Like, obviously I want to believe in my mind that, I'm the person everybody wants to be. But at the same time, everybody that is here bowling right now and will be bowling tomorrow, they have earned their spot, which means they have also had pretty good solutions and all that to whatever problems they have been throughout the qualifying blocks and all that. So I don't know if I'm, if I have a bigger advantage than anybody else, but sure, since you're asking, sure.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, look, let's be honest, right? It's like I bowled plenty of tournaments where going into match play or going into the TV finals, going into the step ladder finals, I was like, I'm bowling so good, my ball reaction's so good, and I'm going to kick everybody's asses. You're going into tomorrow in a 3-game match, total pins, knowing what you know, given what you have, bowling the way you're bowling. I mean, are you not like totally jacked up looking for tomorrow going, man, it doesn't matter. I am going to destroy these people.
I know that if I'm doing my job and I do it well, I'm going to have a very good chance of at least, make it a few steps and get deep into this tournament. I know that. But then there could be somebody having the day of their life.
Very true. So you fall victim to the format.
You never know that.
Sure. You fall victim to the format. But
that could always happen.
And I get that.
I can control what you can control, right?
Right.
I'm going to make sure that I'm doing what I can.
And I get that. But, there's the other factor that you can't discard, and that's the Jesper Svensson fear factor. You go up against a guy that's never been there before, like whoever it is. Not Kyle Troop, because you guys room together, you bowled against each other. You go up against a guy, never been in this position before, And all of a sudden he goes, oh crap, I just drew Jesper Svensson. You impose your will on this dude early, and before he knows it, after a game and a half, he's done. Because you're Jesper Svensson.
I would love if that's the case, because, I mean, hey, that's less work for me if they already feel like they are beat because of that draw. Like, that's good for me.
I mean, look, if I go into a match, this is my first Lucky Larsen, I make it, and all of a sudden somebody comes up to me and goes, hey, congratulations on making the cut. By the way, you get Jesper Svensson tomorrow. I'd be like stupid if I wasn't crapping my pants. I'd have to be like, oh my God. Now, with that being said, if Jesper shoots 160 out of the gate, I got to feel pretty good about myself, right? But if Jesper shoots 260 out of the gate, with all of that moxie that's coming with him, I'm not feeling real good about myself.
True that. If there are players that think along those lines, I guess I did something good, because that means that they respect me as a player, and they don't want to bowl against me. And hey,
yeah, no,
there can only be one winner. Right?
I'd rather bowl against the guy from Finland who's never bowled in this tournament before than to bowl against Jesper Svensson.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but at the same time, when we like bowling the USBC Master, for example, if I was to make it into the bracket and I draw Belmo in the first round.
Sure.
Yeah.
Marquee matchup, you bowl in Belmo.
Maybe I don't love my chances, but at the same time, I don't feel like I'm beat before we even start.
Oh, see, and I don't agree with that at all.
I would never do
I don't agree with that at all. You bowling Belmo? Oh, no, that's a coin toss. To me.
Whoever it is, like, I would never. Or EJ. I mean, EJ is probably the best.
Coin toss.
EJ is probably the best bowler on the planet. But
yes.
I would never go into a match against EJ thinking that I'm beat. Like, I'm going to give him a run for his money, right?
You wouldn't. Nor should you. But a guy that's never been there before. It makes sense that he would feel that way.
Yeah, but at the same time, what do you have to lose? Nothing, right?
They don't think that way. You don't think that way. Your first time in, you don't think that way. You go in thinking, I hope I don't get smoked by this guy. You go in hoping you don't make a fool of yourself. The only thing that takes some of the weight off is if you bowl bad and I bowl good. If you bowl good and I bowl bad, guess what? That weight gets heavier.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. 100%.
So, all right, let's move forward and let's talk a little bit about your good buddy and tour roommate, Kyle Troop. Got off to a pretty bad start. What are you seeing thus far?
Yeah, rough start, obviously. I mean, he had a couple of 2-8-10s in there and a few open frames, but, it's, like I said, you don't want to be off to a bad start, but if anybody can get their head back in the game and, get something good out of this, is definitely Kyle. I know that
he's kind of magical at that, right?
He will never give up.
Right.
And that's that's something that made him very successful. That his mental game is really strong.
Yeah.
And I know that he's really excited to be here as well. And I'm definitely confident that he, even though his ball reaction wasn't the best, this first game he will keep fishing until he finds something that he can get comfortable in. And I wouldn't be surprised if we could see him get a few strings of strikes here coming up.
He's kind of got that extra gear, doesn't he? When he starts to get in that mental zone is where I see him perform at his best. And when he's in that mental zone, and we saw a lot of it this season, he executes as good as anybody on tour.
When his head is in the right spot, he is definitely right there with the big three, as they're called.
Yeah.
Belmo, EJ, and Simo. Yeah, he's definitely right there when he's in a good spot mentally, and because his physical game is always pretty strong. So, but yeah, I mean, he's got some work to do. We see Some really good.
Well, there's still time. 5 games.
Yep.
You know, you
We
can
see
still
some
do it.
Really good scores here in this first game.
How about Danielle McEwen starting out with 269?
Yeah, that's
How strong is she?
That's awesome, and that's another one that you will never really see that her physical game is off or anything.
Don't turn your back on her.
As solid as it gets.
Don't turn your back on her. Martin and I were talking about her earlier, Jesper, and you can agree to this or not, but I brought up the fact that her shot making is second to none. And if she had 25 to 50 more revolutions, she would kick that soft 10 out. How many more times? You couldn't beat her on that ladies tour.
I agree. And, that's one of the girls that have always, through my whole career, she has been right up there and been up top pretty much through the whole time. I know that she was dealing with some injuries and stuff a while back, but, as solid as they come, she's really, really good. And I know that she's been bowling a few squads in this tournament and really grinded her way here, trying to, find that little bit of score to be able to make it through. And here she is, starting with 269 at game 1. And as we see the scores rolling here at the bottom, we see some pretty good scores this first game.
Yep.
So yeah, I can definitely see that the player's gonna have to really be sharp here to be able to pull through, because there are definitely some really good names out there and some good scores. So it'll be interesting to see how this evening develops, because I'm sure as we come down the stretch there will be
All right, so the two-handed female that I just saw throw it on lane 17, is that Nora Johansson? What do you know about her? Because we're going to get into a big conversation right now.
We're scared. I'm scared. She's a freak. She is so good, and she will. If she decides to give it a run on the women's tour, it could be over. She's got by far the most power I've seen from a female bowler ever, and she's an athlete. She could probably bowl all day, every day, for the rest of her life. It feels like she's a powerhouse, and
I've never
she
seen.
could hang there with the guys too.
Yes, Jesper. I've never seen her in person. I've seen her on videos. But here's my question to you. The two-handed stall has been proven on the PBA Tour for years.
Yep.
What is taking the women's tour so long? What is taking that side so long? Is it that physically demanding where they can't do it? What is happening? Why aren't they doing it?
Well, Randy, if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Oh, come on, Jesus. I've seen you hit a golf. You hit a golf ball over the net at the place we were at. They had to call security to tell you not to do it anymore. Come on.
I don't know the answer to that question, but yeah, she kind of fell off of that. But still, it's like she threw a bomb at those 10 pins down there. Like it's remarkable.
Are you surprised that there's not a two-handed specialist or multiple two-handed specialists on the ladies tour? Because I am. I am.
At this point, because at this point, I feel like the two-handed bowling has been around long enough to where.
Thank you.
It should have already been on the women's tour.
Thank you.
More than what it is.
Thank you.
There are probably a few, but yeah.
Danielle, just another flush. Great shot. Yep. So I'm watching this Nora Johansson, two-handed specialist, and she's from Sweden.
Yep. She's actually living down here in Helsingborg, so she's a hometown hero.
Kyle, once again, light on that right lane where he 2-8-10. He trips to 2-8 late for a, thank God, double when he needs it most. Jesper, when are we going to see her on the ladies tour?
I hope as soon as possible, because
She good enough?
100%.
You know her. You know her. How well do you know her?
Not that well, I would say, but
Yeah, how well do you know her
I
game?
have seen
How
her
well do you know her game?
good enough to say that she would be a multiple time titleist within a few years.
How old is she? Early 20s?
Well, she just bowled the under 21 World Championship, so
How'd she do there?
she won a gold. But then she bowled the European Championships on the women's side for the regular age, and I think she won gold in every single event. There were 5 golds this summer.
Really?
Yes.
And she's not on tour. Why? She have a better job? What is she, a doctor, a heart surgeon?
Maybe an astronaut or something.
Not an astronaut. No, Sweden doesn't have a lot of astronauts. I mean, she could be a transplant surgeon, and then it would make perfect sense. I get it.
I think that we will see her on the women's tour within a few years. I truly hope so, and I'm 100%. I'm a firm believer that she will be really successful.
She's good enough.
Yes, 100%. 100%.
And you would know.
100%. She is really, really good.
There you have it, folks. Nora Johansson coming to you on an LPBT tour event soon. And take it from Jesper Svensson. She is going to win. Kyle? Needed it, got it. Nice shot, Kyle Troop. Kyle Troop, the tour roommate, best friend of Jesper Svensson. Here she goes. Watch this. Oh, did it go? That went through the back of the pit. I just want to know if there's a chance that after the squad you could get a picture of her and I together. I was going to get a picture with her.
Since I'm going to bowl at 9 a.m. tomorrow, I might not even be here by the time this
All right, how about
goes,
tomorrow?
But I'm sure that there will be people out here that can help you out with that, Rennie. I'm sure.
I got to get a picture. With her.
That would be great, because trust my words.
She doesn't know who I am, and that's fine, but I know who she is.
She does.
I got to get a picture with her. She's impressive.
She definitely knows who you are. Everybody knows who you are, Randy.
A lot of people at the post office know who I am too, Jesper. So
one thing that kind of hits me right here is if we look at 19 and 20, the pair on the far right, those scores are huge. They can all still shoot 278 through 8 frames.
yes, big.
That is
Kyle, light, and all right, there we go. Getting closer. 2-8-10, trip 2-8. Now a light swisher.
And like we said earlier, keep making those small adjustments to get yourself some confidence. But,
hard to keep a good man down too. It's not like it's his first rodeo.
No.
And then a couple of breaks goes a long way. He can sheet it for 247. So
but that's what you get. If you work hard, you get a little bit of luck.
absolutely.
Yes, we got
Boom.
Rami right there. Yep.
Boom, Rami.
Very, very solid. And,
Yep.
So we got 278 left after 9 frames.
Rami
Really,
Mukula
from Finland.
and James Blomgren.
Sweden. Really good bowler.
Thank God you're here because I don't know who these people are. And then Pontus Anderson.
James is the reigning player of the year here in Sweden.
No way.
Yep.
Now, didn't Pontus bowl a bit on tour?
He did. He was one of them PTQ grinders that they showed up every week, try to earn their spot into the main field, and he was also together with actually a good amount of Swedish guys over and tried at the PBA
Tour trials. Yeah.
Here just a week ago. So he's definitely also one of these guys that they know what it takes and they work hard to achieve their dreams. And actually, me and Pontus are exactly the same age. So,
A lot of great bowlers from this part of the country. Really, a lot of great bowlers.
This country in general, and that's the one thing that I want to mention here on the live stream is that that there are, to me, all these people coming from the States, and they are not my only concern about who's going to win this tournament or not. Because there are so much talent in this building right now that there could be anybody out here that lifts the trophy
Right.
tomorrow evening.
Absolutely.
There could be anybody. There is no guarantees there's going to be myself,
Right.
or Kyle Troop, or your
A lot of good bowlers. A lot of good talent.
EJ Tackett.
Sure.
There could be, to everybody else, a random name, but I'll tell you that
You know him.
everybody that's out here bowling is very, very talented.
Yes.
And they definitely have the ability to win a tournament
And you can see it.
of this nature.
Yep.
And that's one thing that everybody, we cannot underestimate anybody in this field, because there is so much talent, and you know. Oh.
No way! Come on!
Tough break there for Nora.
Hang on a minute. Hey, Jesper, hang on. I'm going to run down there and knock that 9-pin down for Nora. That's not right. You never do that to a lady, you son of a biscuit eater. All right.
She got that one going a little left.
Yeah, she got it in, but it stood there. It stood there. And,
That means that.
But that's the tighter lane, right?
She's in the right.
But that's the lane that Kyle kept going light on.
Yep. But that means she's in the right part of the lane. She got a little bit of room. And,
She's very
so
impressive.
That ended up being a pretty tough break there for her.
Yeah, she's impressive, and it's exciting for me to watch her bowl live for the first time.
But if she gets going, she can outstrike anybody.
And she's from where?
Anybody. Well, she lives down here in Helsingborg right now. She is from a smaller city, a little bit further north from the beginning, but she lives down here now. And yeah, let's just say her career has really been through the roof.
It's pretty bright. Pretty bright future for her.
Absolutely, 100%. But yeah, we can also see Theodore here, the 266, the first game. I'm not exactly sure what lane he's on right now, but that's a two-handed lefty. Also very, very solid game.
Well, how about
Physical game.
19 and 20? You've got 278 for Rami.
258
Pontus is going to
for
shoot
Pontus.
250, and James can shoot 270.
Yep.
Now Kyle goes light, and then through the face. Is that what that pattern is kind of dictating or giving to these players? Because
Yeah,
look at the Jesper, look at the pair just to the right of them, and here's Kyle struggling to shoot 200. Is it that pair to pair? Is it that challenging, or is it
It can
not
be,
playing the
and I
lanes
feel
right?
like
What
there's-
is it?
Well, there is some, since this is game 2, there's somebody else that kind of, did what they wanted to do in practice, and that can make a huge difference, as we can see right in front of our eyes right now, the 19 and 20, because there's one lefty and two righties on 19 and 20, and I think we can say without debate that it seems to be pretty nice on both sides of the lane, while 17 and 18, they are pretty much 210, and 194.
Right. I mean, 210,
that's-
190, 210,
That's
then
nothing compared to 19.
250,
and 20,
270,
right? So
250. Yeah, it's kind of,
So-
and it's kind of hard to describe to people that maybe are new to the sport, or maybe they're novices and don't really understand that. But and also, folks, if you are just tuning in and you feel like we're being very biased with Nora Johansson, I am, because I want her to do very well. It's Randy Peterson, PBA Hall of Famer, calling the action, along with 11-time titleist and former Rookie of the Year, youngest player to ever win the Tournament of Champions, hometown favorite, finished second last year, Jesper Svensson, joining us on the live feed. We are currently watching his tour roommate finishing up with 213. Nora strike here with 214. And this is the future of the women's tour right there in front of you, right in your face on lane 17. Nora Johansson, 214, nice finish. Big scores on 19 and 20. And these players will be moving to another pair of lanes, moving into game 3. Jesper, thank you so much for joining us. I can't wait to watch you tomorrow. You know you're my spirit animal. You know I love you. And I I can't take my eyes off you and your bowling. I always root for you. You're a great man, a great friend. Best of luck tomorrow. In closing, why don't you give our fans and your fellow Swedes some parting shots, some parting words heading into tomorrow's action?
Well, first off, thank you very much, Randy, for the love, and much love back. You're one of my favorites out there. Whenever I'm across the Atlantic Ocean in the States, you know that you're always one of my favorites. And as far as the rest, I'm just truly thankful for everybody watching the stream. It's a big deal for us down here that the people that are competing and that y'all are supporting the event, watching the stream, and sit there and listen to us talk. It's really a great pleasure being down here, and I'm forever thankful for all the work that goes into this tournament. It really massive for bowling in Sweden and Europe, and I couldn't thank the people behind the tournament enough. And thank you everybody for tuning in. I'm gonna head out and cheer on all the players for a little bit before I'm gonna go to bed, since I got an early morning tomorrow. But hope that everybody will tune in tomorrow and watch the final step 2 in the morning. And enjoy the rest of this final step 1 together with Randy and guests. And thank you all for being here.
All right, folks, there you have it. Jesper Svensson, best of luck tomorrow, my brother. Listen, folks, we're going to take a small break. We'll be coming back for more action, last couple of games on this 6-game block with Martin Larsen, our tournament host. He's still in the event and looking to do something that no Swede has ever done. How about win an event named after you? We'll be back with lots more. Stay with us and stay tuned to the Lucky Larsen Masters.
We are back.
Are we back, Martin?
Randy is back, and yeah, I guess we had to take the B team now with the Iceman, Iceman gone.
It's the B squad.
Yeah, I mean, I heard you guys had a good time here a couple of games ago with Jesper and Randy, and now for the last game and a half, I'm back with Randy here. And watching at the moment actually three guys that are 50 years old. There's three in the field, and they're all three on 17, 18, 19, 20. So it's kind of like next time, Randy, I think you have to bring the stuff.
No.
No? Okay.
No, Martin, sorry, but those times have come and gone for me. My knees don't like bowling very much anymore, although I do miss it so much. But I just as soon watch the good bowlers and talk about them.
Yeah, I mean, when you see bowlers like Paulson and Hess camping outside 10, like rolling it around 7, 8, I mean, it's got to be like a little bit like back in the days, huh?
It is, but I got to tell you, Tom Hess impresses me more than you could possibly know. He is first of all, he's just a great human being, but he's a stud. You know, the guy's a senior stud. This guy used to throw bales of hay in the back of trucks, right? I mean, this guy could pick up a truck and throw it in the back of another truck. He's a physical specimen, and he's very strong, and that's what has enabled him to dominate on the senior PBA tour. But incredibly nice man, a gentleman, him and his wife both, and they're just great people. Both are here, by the way, and it would be great to watch and to see Tom succeed.
No, and it's like, he's a super nice guy. Like, there's nobody
Sweetheart.
Before him that I would ask for a favor if I really wanted it to happen.
Excuse me.
I had a good story from him today, though. You know, this part of the world is not like really into country music. There's some guys really
No,
like
it's
it,
not.
Yeah,
No, this is
it's
not.
pretty small down here.
This is not country music heaven here. No.
And because I'm not a really country fan either, so I don't remember what name he said, but there was a famous country singer that's going to have a concert in Copenhagen tomorrow.
I heard.
Yeah, so he said, you know what, I just want to say this, like, if I don't make it, I'm probably not going to be here. I'm sorry, I can't show up. I said, totally fine, Tom. It's really
Sure.
nice of you being here.
Yeah.
And you know what? If I make it, I'm probably going to be alone because my wife's probably going to go down there anyway.
Hey, Martin, you know what you get when you play country music backwards? You get your house back, you get your wife back, you get your dog back. Back to you in the studio.
Randy Peterson, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm not a big country western fan. However, it's nice music. It's good music. But Tom Hess is impressive. You got to admit, he's pretty impressive.
He really is, and I mean, I spent some time with him, had some dinner with him. Super nice guy, and
Great
like,
guy. Yeah.
He still fights the young guys on tour.
He's not afraid. He's a stud.
No, it's he sure is. So, and he's a strong fellow.
Yeah. Like, don't ever get into a beef with him, folks. You see him on the street, just pass by and leave him alone, because if you don't, He'll rip your arms out of your body and beat you with the bloody stumps. Just leave him be.
No, talking about rip, I've seen him rip a chamois apart, and those things.
A chamois.
Yeah, I've seen him rip a chamois in twice.
He ripped a chamois apart?
He got a little.
Oh, goodness.
He got a little upset on the
All right.
on the lane. So,
Hey, folks, try that at home.
Yeah, and then we have Ian Robinson. He's the third guy that's 50-year-old or older in the field. His lefty you just had on 18. Another bowling geek. He is the tournament director of the second biggest tournament we have in Sweden, the AIK tournament. Does an unbelievable job with that tournament. It's been running in Stockholm the first couple of weeks of the year. I don't know, forever. Like that has a really big tradition. So yeah, well, there's 6 bowlers and 3 of them are 50 years old. That's pretty cool.
It's funny because if you look at the 4, 5, 6 lanes that we're watching, you have both one-handers
nice
and
pair.
yeah, good cover. You have both one-handers and two-handers, and on 19 and 20, the 1-2-handers trying to pipe it from out, and then on this lane right here, this two-hander is playing in.
So
They're all over the place. I love that about an oil pattern because I think that, oil patterns should be designed to where you do have multiple angles to get to the pocket, depending on what you like and how you bowl, right? And I think that's the beauty of this oil pattern that these players are bowling on in this event.
And another beauty of bowling, I think, is now we're watching, again, folks, we're watching the end pairs here at 17 to 20. And on 17-18, we have Lucky Larsen, who is a younger brother of one of my teammates. He have never, ever been close to doing anything like today. He made the cut in the last lock. Super nice kid, shy, really into bowling, and here he is, like first time ever it's anything like this, and he's bowling with the PBA 50 Hall of Famer on the side of him. That's how wide the spectre is in this tournament. So I love that. It's pretty cool.
Eric Larsen.
Yep.
No relation?
No relation. I'm a Larsen. That's a Larsen. Oh, you didn't notice?
I was just trying to drag you down that alley.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. It's all good.
Yeah, and this Hendrik kid has a pretty good thing going, and he's the only bowler. No, it's actually 2 bowlers from here from Estonia, but
Estonia.
Estonia.
Where's
yeah.
that?
So that's just east of here. Then we have Sweden, and then we have the little ocean, and then we have Estonia, Lithuania, and then we have Latvia, where Diana Saviolova is from. You know her, so
Yeah.
it's just south of Finland. I know it's the first time over here,
Parts
so I
of
have
the-
to educate you a little bit.
Parts of the world I'm not familiar with.
Yeah, for sure.
But it is fascinating. I love it.
So yeah, and it's another one of those 200 kids. Like you bowl a big tournament, and you show up to the next one, and you can make sure there's 5 new 200s.
Sure.
They become good.
Sure.
So quick.
And I understand that. Maybe we can get Daniel to switch camera angles. I want to talk about Nora.
Yeah.
No.
Daniel's
see what
saying
we
no.
have.
Now, when Jesper was in the booth, we talked about Nora.
Okay.
And my thing was, and I've said it years ago, when are these two-handed women going to make a splash on the women's tour?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, yeah, well, and then all of a sudden somebody said, well, there's a couple in Sweden. And then I saw video I saw some YouTube videos on Nora.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, whoa, hang on. And now here she is, bowling this event.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on Nora?
Yeah, exactly. I've watched Nora for quite a couple of years, and she has what you need to have to become good. First of all, she's like her physical game and the way she throws it. It's just like any other two-hander, any other good two-hander on the male side. And then she has a fantastic couple of parents that are taking care of her and supporting her. And then she is now down here at Olympia in the best female team we have here. So she has pretty good companies when she's practicing, and also with the guys down here with Carl Wahlgren and those guys. So no, I mean, like I said, when you see them on tour, I guess we have the answer. When Nora decides to go.
All right, and I'm going to throw my 2 cents in, and Martin, you can agree or disagree, and we can go back and forth on my opinion. I was out there earlier watching Nora in person and watching what she does, and I formed an opinion. And if we can get her up, Daniel, are we going to get her up in our shot?
Yeah, she's.
All right, so she's going to be in our frame.
Yeah.
I formed an opinion on what she does and what I think she needs to add to her game.
Yeah.
And you can agree or disagree, and we can have a debate on it. But let's wait until Nora comes up to talk about.
Until then, we can. I can just add that I don't really like what I see here on the 7 lane.
Yeah, these scores are not good.
My little brother is struggling.
Magnus.
Well, he's gonna give that
171. All right. So check it out right here, right in front of you, folks. Lane 6. Watch.
Yeah.
All right.
Some of that.
All right. Yeah, it's a strike.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Can I give you my 2 cents on her?
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah. Well,
the motion, the everything, awesome. The power, the rev rate, the ball speed. But every shot I've watched her throw tonight, the rotation, or lack thereof, end over end over end over end over end.
So what do you think? Do you think that as a thing that she's trying to do in this pattern, or is it?
From what I was told, that's what she always does.
Yeah, okay.
Now, I don't know. She just came away from a tournament where she won 5 gold medals.
Well, and then there was one of those tournaments where 110% of the bowlers were using this ball that is pretty
Purple
soft,
Hammer?
pretty soft.
Yeah, Purple Hammer.
And
then I heard that as well. Like, she likes Purple Hammers, right? But
Absolutely.
all right, here's the thing. You know, it's kind of my thing with Daria.
Yeah.
Great game, dominant rev rate.
Yeah.
Did very little on that tour, right? And this is where you're bowling in or on a tour in an event where you've got a majority of the women, and when I say majority, a great majority, playing one part of the lane, right? Which, if you can do something that they can't, you move in and you feed it to that part of the lane, right?
Yeah.
Here's a gal, Nora. I don't know her, never met her. I'd like for her to sign my jersey, but if she were to add some tilt, some rotation to that delivery, that would allow her to move 5 to 10 left, nobody could touch her.
No. I think if she do that and start to get on the PWBA tour,
Nobody could touch her.
I have a hard time seeing
Nobody
she
can touch her.
not being good. I do think though, this week, maybe now we are game 5-6. Maybe she should listen to what you say. But before that, it's been kind of nice to be.
Hey, look.
Rolling it up the lane.
Hey, first couple of games.
Yeah.
Up the back,
Yeah.
keep it online. I'm with you. I'm rolling with you. They start to loosen up a little bit. You see some of the guys left and right of you opening the lane up a little bit. I say get in and start tipping it.
Yeah, I hear you. I totally hear you. What about we have this Kyle guy to the right here?
He bowled a nice game, game 4, and
he had a 250, I think.
yeah,
He
he had 250 game 4.
Isn't it a little strange how many of the really good ones you struggle with?
Yeah, it really is hard to understand and hard to fathom. Could they be that unlucky? Could they be that unlucky in following another pair of lanes, not following the transition?
You know what? I think
I don't see it.
The biggest difference from my perspective, bowling on the European side and the US side is the good bowlers have a ton of more equipment to choose from over in the US. And they probably see the 42 feet and the amount of oil or whatever, and they bring their 6 ball-ish. And the thing is, the score's been pretty high this time. And if you bring the wrong stuff, you're gonna have a little tough time knocking down the last.
Yeah,
point.
no, I mean I agree, but
And Kyle actually drilled this brand new Iron Max that they got here this
yeah, the
week.
Iron Man, yeah,
And before that, he didn't have anything, and he bowled all 6 games and made the cut with it.
right.
So that tells me that the things he brought was not really correct. So there might be more of that case. There might be more bowlers that didn't really bring the thing and the right equipment. And even if those are the guys the best in the world,
Right.
it's
So now it's an equipment. So if they only brought 6, but they could bring 12, now you think they fare much better?
the best ones in the world are the best ones in the world when they have all the right support. And getting out of the country and with 2 bags instead of 6 bags, it takes it to another level. And especially if the pattern doesn't really play that you maybe thought leaving home.
Right.
So you maybe bring a couple of balls that didn't really match up. So I don't know. It's for sure when we talked about this pattern with Johansson and Kegel, we wanted it to be a little bit more to the right. That happened.
Love it.
And
I love it.
And I think all the guys thought that after a while they can move in and throw it at it.
But you can't.
It doesn't really develop
Right.
like that.
It doesn't develop like that.
If
Here she is.
There you go. Yeah.
Right up the back and piping it
Boom. Front 3.
with a 500 rev rate.
Yeah.
Now, if there's enough volume in the middle, I get it, right?
And
But as soon as you have to give the pocket away a little bit, and you have to do that once the front goes, and your rev rate is such that you have to get in, move your feet, leave your target the same, all of a sudden increase angle.
Yeah.
In order to get the ball back, you have to increase side rotation.
Correct. Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm not saying that that's what she needs. I just want to see that she's able to do that.
Yeah, yeah.
And if she's able to do that, you can't stop her. She's going to own the LPBT tour.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
Nobody will beat her. The only person that'd have a chance would be Danielle, and she would have to kick out a couple more week 10s, and that's the only shot she's got.
You know, you've seen there's a couple of pretty good Malaysians and Singaporeans.
There is, yeah. No, I mean,
of course, there's also some good female bowlers from the States. But no, it's only a matter of time once you should go out there and try some. This is on lane 3 here, and that's a pretty good bowler as well. James here, if he would have really loved to go out on tour, he will do good. But he's just one of those guys that feels like, it's a messenger. But he's just one of those guys that feel like, I don't want to give up that time to go over there and have that. I'll bowl whatever I like back home, and I'm good with it. He comes over and bowl the World Series every now and then. But he's a really good bowler. So we have two front 4s on 1 and 2. One for a 2-handed Nora, and then we have a 2-handed Kid.
and you see the two-hander on lane 1, right? He's shaping it more, right?
Yeah.
And there's only one way you can do that. And again, folks watching, don't go to social media and say I was beating her up. I'm not. I want to see her shape it. I think she's amazing. But that is straight up the back, bro. Straight up the back doesn't make the corner. 210.
If we lose Randy in the booth here, he's out there and coaching.
Sorry, 810. Yeah, if you lose me here, I'm not going to be out coaching. No, I'm just going to go somewhere and hide. But, when you have that higher rev rate, and there just comes a point, and you said it best. It's like, all right, first couple of games or whatever, yeah, absolutely in this pattern and whatnot, and go a little bit straighter from out.
Yeah.
But at some point, you got to start shaping.
No, absolutely.
So, and as you know, because you're a touch specialist, shaping with rotation and ball speed. She just threw a backup ball at that, which is ultra impressive.
So I'm just looking at the scores now. 1 game to go. Top 14 makes it at the moment.
Where is she?
She's far down there. Mike Bergman is 14 right now, 101 over. Nora is actually last at the moment.
What?
Which is a little sad, yeah. She had a 132 in the third game. 2-0, 2-14, 132, 225, 170. So, yeah, unfortunately.
All right.
So what do we have here?
Do we have any names
We have
that are not in the top 14 that is surprising?
Kyle Troop for sure.
Where's he at?
He's 22nd. He's
How far out?
50. He needs a big one.
50 with 1 game to go.
Do we can we find him, Danielle? Where is Kyle? Does he have a pop? Danielle is in the cut at the moment.
McCune.
Yeah.
She's a great bowler.
Tom Hess is in the cut.
Great bowler.
We have actually top 2 is lefties, James Blomgren, and then we have Theodor Samuelsson, who won the EBT stop recently in Denmark, and he is 1 out of 2 bowlers that tomorrow will have a chance to win the nice watch. So there's 2 guys hitting the 300 lucky game.
What watch are you talking about, Martin?
You know that Rado watch, the 5.
Oh yeah, no, I already took that one.
Yeah, okay. Oh, it's gone, huh?
Yeah, I already took that one. I put a Timex in the box.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they won't know the difference. Trust me.
They'll like that one.
Beautiful watch, folks. It's an absolutely gorgeous watch. And at some point on the telecast tomorrow or the live stream, we need to get a picture of that on the live stream. So.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, so there is going to be this Eric Larsen kid, like the young kid I said, he's just outside, he's 83 over.
What's your brother doing?
My brother is right at Kyle's number, he's at 57, he needs a big game.
Yeah.
We have, let's talk about left to right a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lefties is bowling this one, and 3 of them are in, and 3 of them are out. 2 of them are leading, and 2 of them is in the bottom 4. I mean, I don't want to give myself too much credit.
Yeah.
or Kegel, but I really think there is something that I like about this pattern, because it really is playable from both sides.
Agreed.
And with different styles.
Agreed.
So I'll see tomorrow after my block if I still think it's good or not.
You know what? If you bowl really great tomorrow, which you will, you're going to come back on, this is the greatest pattern ever. Now, with that being said, what advantage, if any, do you think Jesper has? Jesper Svensson.
The biggest advantage is he's at his home soil. He is a place where he is very comfortable. 2 years ago he led qualifying here.
Right.
And really unlucky, twisted his ankle one of the nights here, so he had to withdraw. He couldn't bowl. He qualified one squad with urethane, another squad with reactive, and twisted his ankles, couldn't bowl the final at all. Next year he comes back, bowls great again, and just unlucky got beaten by AJ last year.
Right.
He left a couple of weird stuff.
And AJ Brooklands, and I heard it.
Well, it was
good. Yeah, it was a good story.
Now, he got down here. Like, not very often he really gets here early to bowl a squad. But he did. He didn't bowl good. Got back home to his family, regroup, get down here, made the cut at 14-25. Still didn't, it was not enough. He got back up on the lane again and shot 15, whatever it was, 15 high. 15-40, 15-50. So, you can tell this one, he likes this one. He want to win this one.
Yeah, he kind of voiced that when him and I were sitting in here doing the live feed, and he was like, this means a lot to me. And last year this happened, but I want it.
It's a Storm-sponsored event. His brand. And I don't know how much he said, but we've been good friends for a while. I kind of got him out there the first couple of times on tour. It's his home soil. His family will be able to watch. and it was so close last year.
Yeah.
So I think I don't think he's here to win.
Right.
It's not going to be that easy.
No.
There's other guys that are here to win too, but I will be shocked if he's not bowling good tomorrow and he's going to be up there. Like he's just that great. So
What do you think about some of the greats that didn't make the cut?
I'm a little bit shocked, I have to say.
Yeah.
It's I mean, a guy like Simonson, he's all the tools, but he's still a human being. Like, he's not a machine, so sooner or later he'll miss. He did. 2 years in a row, Don Barrett missed here before.
Right.
But now he bowled good.
That's the problem with greatness, right? It's like Tiger.
Yeah.
Oh,
Everybody
yeah.
expects him to be good.
Tiger has been his 10th. Well, yeah, you can't win every event.
No. But the thing Simon did the other year when he finished top 10 in 14 out of 16 or whatever it was just unbelievable. Like, it's how different the lanes play from time to time and all that stuff, and how sharp you have to be. It's unbelievable. Oh, he rolled it to the throw.
That might be the difference between him making it and not making it.
It could
That
be, for
hit
sure.
right there. But keep in mind, folks, his last 2 hits were light. So
What's going to happen next one, you think?
one of the games that I watched one of the games I watched Kyle bowl. Oh, he almost
That
went
was,
to a 10.
that was close, yeah.
Where he started and it was right lane. And it was light mixer, flush, face.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know if that is
I mean, being
transition, bowlers in front of you, guys on your pair, but it was very obvious because it looked like he was repeating pretty well.
I think the best bowlers in the world they take the light hit and they move on, but it's very rarely they don't make a move out of it. So whatever he's going to do, he's going to have to do the right move here to keep striking.
Right. Well, I mean, if he's going to get up on the right lane, if he goes light, I'm going to be shocked.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree for sure. So there we go. Ian flushed the strike on 16. No, I mean, obviously the audience here, the fans here, they will love to see Kyle bowl tomorrow. So I think he has a good support on the stands here to throw a couple more strikes. And he has the mentality, he has the head, he has everything. But it didn't look like the ball reaction was great.
I
So
agree.
he's gonna have to do something and do it great here. What about Pontus? Is Pontus in there or what is
1272.
Pontus is 6th after, so he's in there.
He's good.
He is,
Guy left to solid 8 on that lane over there. I can feel your pain, brother.
wow, what do you mean by that? I don't know, folks, if you know Randy's story, but that 8 pin is a little bit what we in Sweden have the Raymond Johansson 8. It's, yeah, there it is. He went high. He made the move, and it's
No.
yeah, Randy, tell everybody about the 8 pin. Let everybody know here. Like, there's a lot of Swedish.
Yeah, so I needed a strike to win Touring Players Championship, and was bowling against this total jerk by the name of Ernie Schlegel. And I only said jerk because I don't want to curse on our live feed, but this total jerk, Ernie Schlegel, anyway, he finished, and I needed the first strike of the 10th to win the Touring Players Championship. And I got it, but I left to stone 8, and I lost by 1 pin.
And
And then he danced on my grave.
yeah, he celebrated like he was throwing.
I'm
the shot.
Muhammad Ali, I'm the greatest. I'm in shock. I'm on the floor like somebody shot me, and
I don't know if
That was terrible.
you, but when I said Raymond Johnson, he did something similar.
Who did?
Raymond Johnson. They just opened the National Bowling Stadium in Reno when the World Championships was there, not the PBA World Championship, the World Championships for national teams.
Okay.
And he stepped up and needed a strike against the spinner to win the gold medal in the World Championship. And he stoned the 8 as well. So in Sweden, the 8 pin is not a Randy 8 pin, it's a Raymond 8 pin. So
Oh my God!
You have a brother here. You probably see him tomorrow. His son is bowling, great bowler. Marcus Johansson.
God.
You probably saw Marcus at the Masters. He was
Yeah,
high up
yeah.
there then. Oh, what about that crumbler?
Isn't that back-to-back on that lane?
He crumbled the bucket on that one, huh?
Well, but back-to-back trip twos, no?
Yep, on that lane, yeah.
On that lane?
Yeah. Oh, that.
How about Tom Hess? Tom Hess is shooting 230 this game.
That's going to make him have to wake up early tomorrow to bowl again. And it's also going to make me not the oldest one in the field.
Martin, what time do you bowl tomorrow?
9 a.m.
Do I have to get up early?
You don't. You don't have to be up early. Folks that's watching, we're going to try to get some people commentating. Maybe we'll have a little bit of Niklas Linderholm action, a little bit of Matt McNeil action. Whenever Randy wakes up, he might join us. We'll see.
Wait, what the hell does that mean?
I mean, your jet lag is gone now, so maybe you can sleep in.
My jet lag is not gone.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, no, that's the golf that you made me walk 18 holes and 24,000 steps. Yeah, my knee will never be the same. Come on, Tommy. Come on, Tommy. Come on, Tommy.
Yeah.
That baby.
Boom. Stuff it. Huh? Yeah.
You're damn right. One for the old guys. I love
Actually,
it.
two, because Paulson is easily going to make it two.
Yeah, who's this Martin Paulson guy?
There is like 100 years of bowling experience at that lane.
This Martin Paulson guy's getting ready to shoot 280.
Yeah.
Who's he?
You tell
Where's
me.
he from?
I'm sorry, folks. We have an international American here that's making fun of
I'm
us.
sorry, we have an American disaster here that for those of you folks listening in, get on Facebook and type your nasty things. That's fine. What do you say?
Hashtag hate Randy Peterson. Yeah.
Hashtag Randy Peterson, go kill yourself. Yeah, I get it.
What is... Kyle really needs those, huh?
Does he still have a chance, Martin?
I mean...
Can he still get in? I mean, he's got 239 max. Where's he at?
No, he got to...
Oh, wait, I'm sorry, 269 max.
So that will take him in, I think.
Are you
but
sure?
No. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure he needs them.
Another light hit down lane, wow. Paulson.
Yeah, I mean, and if Kyle doesn't make it, that's another one. And AJ, our defending champ, didn't make the cut.
Didn't make it.
Sadly, for
Yeah.
sure. Sean Rash,
Didn't make it.
Marshall Kent,
Didn't make it.
Francois.
Verity Crawley. Didn't make it. Francois Lavoie. Didn't make it.
No, it's everybody who makes this one should be proud of himself. It's there's some really good.
A lot of great bowlers that didn't make it.
Yeah. So Pontus is making this one. So all the three of them, Pontus, Paulson, and Hess, will all make this cut and bowl tomorrow morning. The Estonian king
Tom Hess, he needs to get back to the room and get into that tub, and then afterwards put some Bengay on it, get that thing going, because he's going to need it for tomorrow. I'm kidding. Tom Hess is a stud. You won't need any of that. So
he's going to take it easy way back to the hotel, so he doesn't use those scooters.
he's going to give me a piggyback ride to the hotel. That's how studly he is. Yeah, it'll be good. Hey Tom, can I get a ride to the hotel? Hop on, Randall.
You gotta just be careful with those steps down there.
Oh my God! Are you kidding me?
How about that?
Did you see that hit by Kyle Troop? 4-9, 4 nothing.
Was it 4-9 or 7-9?
No, it's 4-9.
That was unbelievable. Still in the race.
Oh my goodness! Come on, Tommy. Get up! Get! Tommy.
He's good. He doesn't need it.
He doesn't need it. He's good.
He's good.
All right.
He's good.
Great bowling, Tom. Great bowling, Tom Hess. Keep it going tomorrow, buddy. You don't have to worry about Tom tomorrow either, by the way, physically. Like, hey, Tom,
He can bowl. He can bowl forever.
Are you okay? Is your back hurt? Are your legs hurt? No, you don't have to worry about Tom Hess.
No.
Yeah.
I'm more worried about myself.
You know what Tom Hess reminds me? He reminds me of an old Rocky in the movie where you got Burgess Meredith coaching him, and then Burgess looks at Tom, and he goes, "Tomorrow, you're gonna eat lightning and clap thunder." That's kind of what reminds me of Tom Hess. He's that kind of guy. He's just that strong. Martin, I thought I'd get a better response from you.
Because you're talking about stuff I don't know.
You've never heard that reference?
No. We don't...
Daniel? Daniel's
Daniel heard of it, yeah.
Oh my God, Martin!
Yeah,
if
I'm
I'd have
sorry.
known, I thought.
I'm sorry.
I know what you're
It's
gonna.
what it's big.
Yeah, he's got to have this, bro. He's got to have this.
Read.
Flat 10 from a 2-hand. Martin, 240. Does he have enough?
He needs to get lucky.
Does he have enough, Martin?
He needs to get
Give us some numbers.
We'll see here. I mean, the cut has to go down for him to make it. I have a tough time seeing that.
First hit gives him 250. Doubles gets 260. Covers it. He's in the high 240s. How does he make it?
I mean, the cut was 101 going into this game.
And?
He's going to get to 98.
No chance.
98.
No chance.
Yeah. Well, folks, we have a couple of more frames to go until we know the cut for this top 14. Where do we have Danielle? Is she going to be in? It would be nice to have Danielle making this cut.
Daniel says Danielle's in.
Yeah, she's bowling good. So that's good. What do we have about? What about the one of the guys that impressed me the most the last 2 weeks is Nathan Bourne.
Nate.
I know how hard it is to keep up with the guys on tour, and he made the tour trials.
210, slightly missed, might be it.
Nathan?
Yep.
He made that tour trials. That's half.
That's awesome. Good for Nate.
126 over, I think it's gonna be.
Nate, Maria, love them.
Yeah.
Great people.
Great guys for sure.
Yeah.
What about our guy that made the tour trials, Kim Bollaby? He's 81 over going into the last.
How do you pronounce his name?
Kim.
Kim.
Yeah.
It's good. Good to know. Thanks. I actually spoke to him after we talked.
Yeah.
So funny. I go, "Hey man, you remember the first time I interviewed you?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "You asked me how I pronounce my name." I said, "Kim." Priceless.
That was it was good.
80
was
over.
good. One more time.
80 over, so.
I'm Kim. Kim's not
Kim
making
Bowlby?
it.
Yeah.
Damn it!
Not making it.
199 this game.
Okay. What else we have? What about Arna, our Icelandic Viking? He was 130 over going into the last one. I saw his fist pumping a strike on lane 11 or 10 or whatever. He was somewhere there. Maybe.
11
Yeah,
and
he should
12,
be
yeah.
good. He got 153.
All right.
He's most likely making it.
All right.
What about my teammate Timmy All? He's a stellar guy. Like he's been traditional style, been improving his game unbelievably the last couple of years. Timmy was just outside before 88 going into the last one.
94, so I don't.
Okay. Then we have a former Storm Lucky Larsen Masters champion. I'll say he's the only unlucky champion on this one.
Who's
He
that?
won- Ankerdal, Matthias Ankerdal, he won the only year we were not on the tour. So he has a title here. but-
Matthias?
Yeah, but not a
Right.
PBA title.
Right.
That guy could.
107.
How much?
107.
what
He
is
might be the number. I don't know.
It's gonna be really close.
Damn.
He can throw some pins around. Oh my god. Yeah. So tomorrow, Randy, we're
Yeah.
gonna be 36 bowlers on the lanes.
Yes.
We gotta bowl another 6 games.
Yes. Another 6.
6 games.
You got to bowl 6 games tomorrow.
Yes.
You should get some rest.
I should. I know.
I mean, you're not
I'll-
exactly a spring chicken anymore, bro.
I'll have some Advils.
You need to go. You need to go home and get like maybe a bag of an IV fluid, a bag, and some Advil or what's the other one?
What
The blue
about
one? The blue one? No, not Viagra.
Stop it.
What that blue one? Naproxen.
I'll try to get together and I bowled more golf. Like I played more golf than bowling, and this because of you. So if I'm not doing
Don't
good,
play. Hey,
I'm
don't
maybe-
blame that crap on me.
Yeah.
All I did was show up and say, hey, whatever you need me for.
So what is your guess tomorrow?
As far as what?
16 guys are making it. 6 games. What is it gonna take?
Nathan.
16 players. Let me see your scores right now.
Nathan is 126 over, last one to make it.
Nathan Moore?
Yes.
Nathan Moore.
That a boy, Nathan.
Matthias Ankelor is unlucky again then. So it's.
So you're saying 126 is your cut today?
Yeah.
Or tonight?
Yeah.
I'm saying, and how many players tomorrow?
So tonight we had 30.
No, tomorrow?
Yeah, 36.
You have 36 players tomorrow.
Yeah.
How many are you
16.
cutting? You have 36 cutting to 16.
Yes.
I'm saying the cut number is 148.
Remember that, folks.
146. 146.
146
That's
is
my number.
the number from the professional announcer, Mr. Randy Peterson. And that's going to make it for tonight. We're going to have some different boys coming in, maybe even girls, if you're lucky to have some chats with you tomorrow. Thanks for following the tournament. Tomorrow there will be, again, all the games will be streamed on YouTube for free, and then we get to TV with Randy and Dave Ryan. Dave Ryan is
Hey,
coming
Martin.
tomorrow.
Yeah, he's coming in tomorrow morning, supposedly. Martin, what time's the TV show?
6:30.
See you at 6:15, bro.
6:15, Lane Talk TV for the show. Until then, YouTube. See you, folks. Have a good sleep. Good night.